thank you for choosing to rise with sunrise. Now, the busyness of a teen is often overlooked, but it is present, and many teens don't know how to manage their time well, to be able to regulate their stress levels properly, all that stuff. So our author for the morning is Tori Senior, and her book, 10 Keys to Effective Time Management for Teens, is a practical handbook for busy teens. We welcome Tori to share more.
Good morning.
Hi.
Good morning, and thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
I'm excited you're here. When I was reading my notes, I saw that you actually wrote this book when you were 13, got
Yes.
published when you were 14,
Yes.
and now you're 15, correct?
Yes.
I can't believe you've written a book. I think that's so amazing.
Yes, it's really an amazing thing, and really how I came about doing this was really in COVID, because I didn't write this specific book in COVID, but I thought in COVID that, wow, because in COVID we're all thinking, we're here and all this stuff is happening in the world and we really need to be more present in our lives. So I was going to write a book about that, but then later I was like, wow, I do a lot of things. I'm going to write a book about time management instead. And people have been telling me that it has really good tips in there, because I talk about how to study smarter, not harder, the importance of getting sleep, and procrastination, because a lot of people really overlook what procrastination really is, because we think about it as putting off what you can do now until later. But it's not only that, because sometimes people get things and they do them in the order they get them, or in the order they're due, per se, before their deadline. And it's not only that, because you could say you have something now, it's due next week, you got something today, it's due Friday, you said, oh, I got this one first, so I'm going to do this one first. But it really is about dedicating the amount of time you need to each individual task, including scheduling and all of those things. Because me personally, I use a schedule all the time. I use a to-do list all the time, because life is very hectic and things are always thrown at you. And teenagers especially, because at the teenage stage in life is a very, say, hectic, experimental time in life. Like, who knew that at this age I would be writing a book?
Yeah, yeah.
Who knew at this age I would have all the, well, I knew that I would have all these subjects taking and doing, but about how demanding it would be, and I do a lot of other things. So I really proud of myself for this book, and I think it's very important that people know about it.
I love that. I think that when books are written like this, you know, from an adult perspective, it's interesting and it's valuable. I think there's something even more valuable about it coming from a teen who is going through this in real time. You mentioned getting a good response from your friends, from other people who go through the same. And I think it's very easy for us as adults to think, oh, you're teens, you know, it is what it is. But what you're showing us is that the tools that you've presented in this book will carry on for years to come. When you said procrastination, I thought about myself and I said, man, me have one thing to do and me I wait till next week to do it and XYZ. How important it is to give how important is it to give these tools to teens now? Why should parents be getting this book for their kids so that they can use these tools for years to come?
Well, first I'm going to start by saying many teens are overwhelmed because they have, for example, I had the idea to write this book. Many teens say they want to start a business, they want to branch out, to do something new, but school, everything is just, everything is hectic, and it really holds you down, especially when you can't manage your time well. And school is, I have to keep mentioning this because schoolwork is a lot. I'm at the stage now where I'm preparing for CSEC, and it is a lot.
It is.
A matter of fact, today is going to be such a busy day for me with so many things to do. And it's like, many teens, they're there, and I'm going to speak from the perspective of what people have told me. Many teens, they have all the schoolwork and they have the stuff to do, but they feel like if they try to do something else, it just won't work out because they're not going to have the time for it. But even in this book, I talk about how important it is to do other things that aren't related to schoolwork, because those things will even give you motivation to do what they don't really like as much, because we know that a lot of teenagers don't really like school that much. And but it's just something we have to do. And so with this book now, they get the keys, they learn about them, they think, oh, I really need to get some more sleep. Oh, sleep isn't the only type of rest. Some people don't even know that. There are other types of rest, and all of them are very important. And they think, okay, maybe it doesn't have to be that difficult. They can do something else. For example, I swim, I code, I play the violin, I wrote a book, I have school, and I managed to do all of this. And it sounds like a lot, but really, well, everything is a lot, and we all have the same amount of time in every day.
But you're using your time a little differently and a little more effectively.
Exactly.
How can people find this book?
Amazon. It's available on Amazon, 10 Keys to Effective Time Management for Teens by Tori Senior. And I also have some physical copies, and if you want to get your hands on those, they're not in stores yet, but they can go to my Instagram and send me a DM.
Tell us your Instagram name.
Tyrika_books.
Tyrika_books. I'm so proud of you. This is an incredible undertaking to write an entire book.
I tell you.
And let me tell you, it's not no little big long space out text. Like, it's a book. And so I'm really, really proud of you. And I know I'm going to be hearing a lot about you in the future, Miss Senior, for sure. I hope your next book, though, is a little bit about how to have some fun and to rest.
You know, that's also in there as well.
I bet it is. I want you to write a whole book about that. Give me 10 keys for how to rest. I will read that book. Thanks so much for being here, Tori. She's the author of 10 Keys to Effective Time Management. I love this for teens and maybe for adults too. All right.
A lot of adults have given me feedback as well.
I'm going to have to read it. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to take a short break, and then it's over to TK for your morning news. This is awesome. Proud of you.